Oh yeah, it's Steampunks and Actuators. You know what this means? It's card class. And this card class was suggested by Nix2 Tricks2. I'm putting a link to this channel down below. Kind of an interesting name. And you know this is one of those card classes that just had to happen eventually. Well, here it is. We got the two decks that kind of started off the whole steampunk thing. The steampunk trend in cards. This one was, I guess, the original one. Then this one came along, kind of ripped off this one, I think, in my opinion. Anyways, let's look at it. Of course, with this one, Day 11, I'm not even going to look at the silver ones or the ones from the United States Playing Card Company themselves, because they're basically the same thing. Slight color variation, and a little bit hard to find in my massive mess of boxes of cards. Anyway, so this is the original one, though, from 311. It says Bicycle Steampunk. It is embossed. It's got a nice machine or metal theme to it, a metal feel to it, I guess. And you get all your standard stuff. In the back, you see the back design, and it's got no seal, and it's pretty nice. The actuators, also bicycle. It says bicycle and actuators. This is the original one. And it's got a nice big cog on it with some other cogs. And this one is by Lance Miller. And you see the back design, really nice. Almost has a three-dimensional feel to it. Really pops. Custom seal, while the other one has no seal. And it has a code that takes you to a website that has a video showing a trick and a tutorial to a built-in effect, which is pretty awesome. And these two, the black edition and the white edition, came afterwards. They also have built-in effects with links to them right here. And again, really nice back design. The Steampunks, you did get an ad card, you did get a double backer. Faces are basically standard bicycles, number cards, code cards, and everything. Minor customization in the jokers, which look like that, which look like some kind of machine part. The ones from the United States Playing Card Company are basically the same thing with some minor differences. And the Ace of Spades looks like that again. Nothing too impressive, it just looks like some kind of machine parts, some cogs in there. It's not bad, but it's not overly impressive. I'll just put it that way. The deck is good for playing cards or Magic, namely because it's very standard. Everyone recognizes that. So that's a plus side. And it's 311. What more could you expect? The cards do have a nice stock and finish. I think it's just standard bicycle stock and aircraft and finish, from what I can tell, as far as I know. Doesn't say anything. I'm not sure if 311 really... Well, they must have their own version or their own name for the magic finish, but they don't really usually specify it, unless it's the 919 finish or whatever it's called, 909. But they don't usually specify, and the stock is just standard bicycle. So that's all good. And then the back design, it is what it is. It's just a bunch of machine type parts, cogs, stuff like that. Fits with the theme. It's definitely different, and it's not bad. The actuators, they're all basically the same, but all a little bit different. For this one, the original Artist Edition, you do get a two-sided card, as you can see. And the indexes on the black cards have yellow pips, which is kind of cool, or gold pips. And the court cards do have these little yellow or gold pips in each corner as well. And you got these really big custom indexes. You do also get this card that has half of the front of the box and half of the Queen of Hearts. And the other side is the back design, which is, like I said, really nice. It really pops. However, it does not have a white border to match the white faces of the cards. That's my only minor grief. Only minor issue with the deck, I guess. The jokers look like this. A little guy carrying his broken cogs with a bolt on the ground. You can see the cards have these big pips. The red cards just have red indexes. The pips on the cards are a little bit weird, a little bit wonky. They always kind of throw me off a little bit. I mean, they're not bad or anything like that. They look kind of weird. They look out of place. The court cards are completely 100% custom. They have a Jules Verne type theme to them, kind of like Around the World in 80 Days, and a steampunk theme at the same time. The girls are actually people that are close to Lance Miller, like his girlfriend, his sister, mother, whatever, I'm not exactly sure. The Ace of Spades is really nice as well. Much nicer than the one in the 311 deck. And then, obviously, it has a magic finish, because that's what he usually uses. And a standard bicycle stock, so it's about the same. As far as the finish and stock of the cards, it's basically the same on both decks. Customization, obviously, Actuators win out. For Magic, they're both pretty good. There's nothing wrong with the Actuators for Magic. They can be used for Magic or playing cards. And they come in with built-in effects, which is awesome. I won't even get into the other ones because my battery's gonna die right away. But again, there's your white edition and your black edition, and I got some cool effects in there, which you can see on my review of these decks, which you can find by going to the playlist on my channel for Lance Miller decks. It's very simple. And basically, it's very hard, it's very close in this one, but I think that I have to go with the Actuators. I absolutely love this back design. It is, I think, 10 times better than this. I know a lot of people were not huge fans of this back design when they saw it, especially since it does not match this. But I know a lot of people are not huge fans of this, and they were fans of this, and I'm one of those people. I think this back design just really pops. It looks really nice, and it took a lot more effort than that I don't want to come up with. And the court cards, again, really nicely done. Everything is completely custom. Lance Miller puts, 200% effort into every deck he produces, and I appreciate that, and that is why the Actuators win out in this one. So that's what I've got. You may agree or disagree. Feel free to post your comments down below, and I'll see you next time.